If you're going back to the mob, you have to tell me.
I am.
All right, it's going to change everything, including the wedding.
I'm not in a mob. I'm out of that life forever. You know that.
Thank you. Can I help you?
I'm doing physical therapy, but the therapist is late.
I can check on that.
Oh, no rush. I like taking in the hospital scenery as well as the next guy.
I'm a nurse, not scenery.
I'm sure you're many things to many people. For instance, you're the ex-wife of my smart but treacherous legal counsel, Rick Lansing, and the ex-lover of Jason Morgan, my biggest business rival.
What's the name of your physical therapist?
Lasker? I haven't rattled you, have I?
No, not at all.
Well, good, because I like to think of us as friends. You might be useful someday in helping me communicate with Jason.
Well, Jason, there's your answer. Sonny has no intention of going back to the organization. Now, if that is not why you were here, I apologize for jumping to conclusions, but Sonny and I are getting married soon, and it's my future, too, and I have to do everything I can to protect it.
Okay, I respect that.
Thank you.
Okay, I've said what I had to say. I won't come by again.
I was right, wasn't I? Jason wants you back in the organization.
We're just trying to work things out with a friendship, but, you know, it may be too late.
I'm sorry.
Well, you didn't seem sorry when you walked in here.
Well, okay.
What?
It might be selfish, but I do think the association isn't good for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, there is a change in Jason, but, you know, he learned a lot from me. And we have a lot in common, like, you know, knowing how to tear people out of our lives when we need to.
Then you think you need to do that now?
Kate? You heard him. He's not coming back.
Jason and I are no longer involved. I don't speak to him and cannot be used as a messenger of any kind.
Oh, maybe it's time for a lover's reunion.
You should also know that I am very close with my other ex-husband. He's a detective at the PCPD, and I have no problem at all calling him and letting him know that you're making me uncomfortable.
Oh, now you're making me feel bad. Here, I thought I was having a nice conversation with the lovely Nurse Weber, and you're taking offense?
And I'm sure your smart but treacherous lawyer might also object. If Rick finds out that you're subtly threatening me, you'll lose him in 2 seconds flat.
You got a mouth on you, Nursey. Maybe that's why you got nothing but memories of ex-husbands and boyfriends. Shame. No one to keep you and your 2 little boys company when it gets dark at night.
Dr. Murphy, 2507.
Dr. Lasker is in. I'll go find him.
Shipment?
Yeah.
Okay?
Landed on time, no interference.
Okay, great. Contact the South American partners.
It's already done. Listen, I should remind you they want a face-to-face.
Yeah, Bernie, I know they want a face-to-face, but I got so much going on right now. Why don't you just set something up at the Playa for the end of the month, okay?
Take care of it.
Something else?
Yeah, we got a situation that I think is, well, it's reached a point of no return.
I know, Karpov.
DEA seized his shipment tonight. There was nothing on it. This guy is very smart. He is determined to establish a presence here, and he is not going to play cat and mouse like Anthony Zaccara. He's going to go straight for the jugular, no warning.
And
I think we've got to implement a solution right away before the situation escalates. Karpov made a secret alliance with Sonny Corinthos. There is only one plausible reason for that. It's to find out your weaknesses.
he's not going to give him anything that he can use against me, Bernie.
Look, I have the utmost respect for Mr. Corinthos. You know that. For one thing, he's a very astute businessman, but he's changed. Since Michael was shot, grief can do terrible things to a human being. Things that
Karpov can exploit to his advantage. He has got to be neutralized before he can use whatever Sonny gives him. Everybody who works for this organization is under your protection. For their sake as well as yours, you can't let Karpov make the first move. Now, this Cody Paul guy, I like him a lot. He's discreet, he's reliable, he's got experience with
I'm not going to
firearms.
throw this in anyone else's lap. If Karpov has to die, it's on me to do it.
Как я могу на вас положиться, а? За что вы деньги получаете? Давай, вали.
Козлы.
Is there a problem?
Someone tipped over the feds. The DA was waiting when our shipment came in.
What happened?
They found nothing. There was a gunfire. One of ours is dead. Another one is shot and missing. I was compromised. And I know who was responsible.
No, I doubt it was Sonny. It doesn't seem like his style.
What makes you say that?
He's not the kind of man who calls in law enforcement.
You may be right. But I'll have to watch people more closely. I can't afford trouble like this.
Well, I talked to Sonny, and he won't reconsider.
Forget about him. For now. Our main obstacle is Jason Morgan.
What are you going to do?
Trying to eliminate Morgan and his organization could prove more costly and bloody than it's worth. I might have to compromise.
You've never done it in the past. Why would you consider it now? So I've done some research, and it appears that Morgan uses violence only as a last resort. He'll put up with a lot to avoid a war, so perhaps your best option is to meet face-to-face and negotiate a truce. You know, an armed confrontation might be dangerous for you. Morgan spent a lot of years as Sonny's enforcer, and he's considered to be very good at what he does.